There is a knowledge within the mind that does not come from this world. It comes from where we came from and where we return when we leave the body behind. This knowledge is not learned, it is remembered. It cannot be lost because it is the memory within our Creator's mind, and so is the memory of reality itself. It has nothing to do with the body or with the world. Yet, like this world, it is founded upon laws, yet they are not the same laws and are different in every way. The world seen through the body is governed by laws born of fear. Separation from oneness was the origin of fear. Separation creates defenses, and attack is fear's greatest defense. Separation sees guilt. Guilt demands vengeance. Vengeance demands punishment, and punishment is hatred, and hatred leads to death. The body lives in fear because it is an experience of isolation. It experiences itself as small, separate and powerless. In a vast universe it must defend itself against. From this comes its constant sense of lack, the lack of love, the lack of safety, lack of what is valued. Its sickness is a lack of being wholesome, leading to the loss of life. But there is another world, not seen with the eyes, but by looking within the mind. This world has only one law. It is the law of love. But before we can see this world, we must first pass all the obstacles to it that we have placed within our mind. A love that knows only wholeness because of oneness. It knows nothing of separation, weakness, fear, defense, vengeance, punishment, sickness or death. It is from this world that I have made these videos, that we may transcend the illusions together. The central problem of our world is this. We have tried to make what is the same different, and try to join what can never be joined. We have attempted to join love to hate, and have attempted to separate what was created one. From this confusion comes a world of changing truths, changing values and changing needs. Yet there is only one real need, and if it is met, every need is answered. It is the return of power, not the power this world chases yet never finds, but the power we were created in. This power is our inheritance, and because it is ours, we still have it. Yet we have forgotten who we are, and in doing this forgotten this power. Yet because it is truly ours, where else could it be found but within us forever? After conception, when the cells were forming themselves into a unified body, we entered in. We did so accompanied by amnesia and forgetfulness, conditions inherent to dreams that are not made in light, but in the absence of light. In this state of darkness and forgetfulness, we assumed bodily identities as we grew into adulthood, identities which were crafted as images of ourselves. The body was designed to see a world of our chosen beliefs by limiting the knowledge of who we are in reality. A barrier of flesh and a limit of time placed around our eternal soul became our home outside of heaven and our true reality. Our minds are inherently free and limitless though, as they are part of the one unified mind of the Creator. Within them lies all knowledge, for creation itself was brought into being in full knowledge. Creation is light, and light and knowledge are one. We were created within the light of the Creator's mind, at one with it. Therefore our true state is light, but it is not the light our eyes see, for our eyes are limits on seeing, for they see in darkness. Yet it is where we exist and still remain forever, beyond the darkness of time and empty space. It is the meaning of heaven, it is our reality, where the sun, the glorious holy light, is forever eternal, innocent and free. The body was made allowing us to experience the illusion of being something other than our true selves, outside the laws of God and creation, in a world of our own making, in a world of our own laws. By its very design, the body defies understanding. If fully understood, it would be revealed as merely an image, a construct rather than a reality, and dismissed as neither true nor real. If it was ever understood, it would lose its ability to be believed. The body was not made to be understood, it was made to be believed, and so the body was made to not be understood. We strive to make sense of the world and our bodies, because the mind in its natural state understands everything through knowledge, yet the world we perceive through the body is filtered by the body's limited senses, acting as barriers to truth. The body was created to obscure our real identity and to obscure knowledge of ourselves, leading us to identify with our beliefs and not truth. The mind, confined by the body, loses its connection to knowledge, truth and reality. It becomes imprisoned by the body's own limitations. This restricted state is the ego mind, A separated mind that does not see oneness, knows nothing of true communication, and lives with the belief that survival is necessary because it is the experience of aloneness in a universe that we appear to be powerless against. Seeing ourselves alone in a world and a body we do not understand, fear was the first response we experienced when we became aware of ourselves as a body. All our attempts to heal and understand the body, the world and the cosmos have their roots in this first original fear, which was born of forgetfulness. Yet the body was not made to be understood. It was made to be believed, and so every answer it seems to give but leads us to yet another question. Despite this, we persist in seeking meaning because we are lost to ourselves, yet believing that understanding the body and the world will help us understand ourselves is not where the answer is found. Since we are not our bodies and the world we see is a reflection of only our beliefs, it is time that we waste when we search for our true essence by studying what we are not. To truly know ourselves, we must look inward toward what we are. It is there that truth is found with reality. It is there that wholeness is discovered, and healing is the outcome. Yet looking inwards for the ego is terrifying, because it is its own undoing, it is its death. And because time is the home of the ego mind, it is happy to waste time. The ego mind will never go where knowledge is, because truth is there, along with reality. And a dream made in darkness becomes powerless when the light of reality shines upon it. Light cannot be understood by examining darkness, nor life by analyzing what is lifeless. The body does not live, it is our life of our own being that animates it, and so what does not live cannot truly be said to die. The body merely serves as an empty vessel, while we, the essence of life itself, is what is truly alive and truly valuable, and that never dies. The light within us all is life, holy, glorious and eternal. Death is but the darkness of ignorance, and ignorance is undone by knowledge. We make our own reality in this world based upon our own beliefs, yet these beliefs are not the same as those we hold from within the perspective of our non-physical eternal nature. In the body, we have attempted to join what cannot be joined, and have attempted to separate what was created as a whole. And the world reflects our chosen thoughts, and we see what we have asked to see. The world does appear to be so confusing because we have changed our own meaning. Because everyone is perceiving the world through their own individual lens, there are many truths at the level of the ego mind, but ultimate truth is lost when it is changed to be our own version, and so what we think is true becomes an illusion that we accept and do not question. Words distort fundamental truths when we change their meanings, creating misunderstandings about core principles such as what is love and what is fear. And so we have learned to love what is unworthy of love, and to fear and hate what is truly valuable. And so we love money but see little value in each other. We love revenge, we love punishment, we love weapons, we love our laws, our divisions, and our walls that separate us. Language is man's attempt at communication because of the loss of communication that took place when we entered into the body at birth. This loss of connection is the root of our own confusion, our need to survive, and all our dis-ease in this world. God did not create language, God created communication. Language was made because of the loss of communication. One of our greatest hurdles when communicating is that we have changed the meaning of words to suit our own beliefs, and so we hear only what we want to hear and do not hear what was truly said. Therefore, communication at the ego body level is at best haphazard and at worst tragic. True communication transcends language. It flows freely from the mind in oneness with itself, where knowledge and understanding exist beyond words. While language may guide us towards truth, the ultimate discovery lies within. Our true mind, which exists beyond the ego and the body, is inseparable from spirit. It is limitless, holding all knowledge and the memory of creation. Our minds are inherently free and limitless, for creation itself was brought into being in full knowledge. Creation is light, and knowledge and light are one. Our minds are still part of the eternal mind, yet we have learnt to use them unnaturally, and so we do not think wholly. This creates confusion in the mind, because its natural state is understanding. Confusion in the mind is fearful, and the greater the confusion, the greater the fear. It is true that knowledge will set us free, yet it is not the knowledge of this world, but the knowledge that is the light within us. It is this light that has the power to shine away the illusions we made in error, in darkness. It is this power, which is love, that sustains us and keeps us forever safe and free. It is this light that is our true self. It is what we are all being returned to, because living in a tiny body, in confusion and darkness, we have become lost in fear. The way to find healing, peace and freedom within a world of illusions that is of our own making is to learn to respond to our fears differently, because we do respond to our fears as if they are real, and everyone here suffers their own fears only because we believe in them. Because we experience fear in relation to something outside of us, we take steps to reduce the damage we think we see. This is a response to it that we do believe it is real. Yet having made the fear real within us first, we have denied our own true identity, the one we were created to be, the one created and given everything by love. The fear denies that an all-powerful and all-loving Creator is our Father. The fear denies that we are taken care of in every way. The fear denies that we are taken care of by the power of God. The fear denies God's power, and the fear denies God's love for us. If the fear is real, then it is a statement that God is not. If the fear is real, then God's power is weak. If the fear is real, then God's love is worthless. All fear is but the denial of God, and having denied our Creator, we have denied each other, because we have denied ourselves. The function of the world is to give us an experience of ourselves that we believe is real and true, and because the body was made to be believed, the world responds as it was asked to do. Without knowing it, when we respond to fear as if it is real and true, we have asked for all the witnesses of fear, and because seeing and belief are one, we will believe what we see. We believe that fear is the fear of loss, the loss of money, the loss of something valuable, and the ultimate loss being death. This seems to make sense to us because we believe death is real. Yet what knowledge brings into our awareness when we learn to deny every fear reality is that fear is ultimately understood as the denial of God, and specifically the power of God's love for us. What knowledge will bring into our awareness when we deny fear reality is that we will know that there is no death and there is no loss. The end of the body is not a loss, but an unimaginable gain. The body does not die, because what does not live cannot die. The mind that moves the body is life, and mind and spirit are not apart. Both are the light within the mind of God. Every fear we respond to as if it is real states this: God has abandoned me. God has denied me his power to take care of me. God has denied me his love and left me alone. I am afraid of the whole universe and each of my fellow brothers. I am afraid of death. Our only real problem is that we are using our minds unnaturally in the darkness of a dreaming world, and we do believe that what we see is real, yet are not aware that we have asked for what we see, and nothing is being done to us. We think fear is the fear of death, but it is really the fear of God. For if fear is real, then we are powerless because we are unloved and uncared for by our Creator. Every fear we give power to through our belief is a denial of God's power and God's love for us. The ego mind, imprisoned within the darkness of a tiny fragile body of flesh, experiences separation from divine power and divine love. The mind in darkness is where fear has its only home. The tiny ego mind attached to a body must maintain a constant defense, to not allow reality in, to not allow in the light of truth. The ego's greatest defense is attack, and so it must be constantly vigilant against reality and truth, for both would be its end, and so the world's justice is built upon defense and attack. Although it feels like we fear death, we actually fear reality, which is life. We think we fear loss, but fear deceives us. Fear is the denial of God by denying His rightful place within us. Where but in hell is the fear of God given reality, and where is the fear of God worshipped and given prominence but outside of heaven? If heaven is sanity, it is hell where the insane have made their home. What is healing but a return to sanity? What is healing but a mind shining in the light of truth, free of the darkness of guilt, shining in innocence? There is no healing that is not a part of this. The body will heal itself if the mind is returned to truth. The world is a tiny sphere, lonely in a darkness so vast it is unimaginable. Yet here we are in a tiny body that defends itself against the whole universe. Everything beyond this thin layer of flesh will destroy it. The body is a defense system, yet we only defend ourselves against what we hate and what we fear. No one defends themselves against what they love. The body is not our true home, and the world is not our true home. All our defenses are illusions. Be thankful that this is so. Defense and attack are one. Like attack, our defenses are made against what we hate and what we fear. Because our mind held prisoner by the body knows nothing of reality, it knows of only fear. Fear and sickness are also one, and so we become sick because of fear. Healing is not found outside of ourselves, but only within, by bringing the light of truth back into the mind, and by unlearning all the beliefs we made in darkness. Everyone is a part of who we are. Everyone has the light of God within them. Everyone who teaches hatred and that we are to fear each other is trapped still within the darkness of illusions. Everyone is worthy of truth. Everyone is worthy of healing. The way to heal war is not by answering with more fear and more hate, but by answering with love. If war of any kind is but the loss of love, and if fear of any kind is but the loss of love, then the answer to the loss of love is but love. We have learned to answer fear with more fear, to answer hate with more hate. Vengeance and punishment and torture is the justice we have learned to give. Yet the true meaning of justice is found within heaven and not hell. Our justice has only created more confusion, more fear, more hate, more sickness. The answer to the loss of love is only love. Justice is a part of love, for what God created innocent must be forever innocent. We have learnt to use our minds unnaturally, and so every sin we think is real and every guilt is but an error made in darkness. The justice of God is that the world is not reality. It is our own dream, and the body is but an identity we hold within it. The justice of love is that every guilt and every sin and every death is an illusion. It will be undone by truth, where reality is. Everyone is here to undo a fearful dream made in darkness. Every error can be corrected, and every death ends in eternal life. Every fear is undone within us, and not outside of us. We are the cause and the effect. The question and the answer are in one place, and are never found apart. Forgiveness is a power that is not of this world, yet has its only meaning in this world, because sickness and fear have taken root here. Everyone is worthy of forgiveness, because everyone is worthy of healing, being the host of God within. A dark and fearful dream has taken root in the world. Yet the answer to darkness is not more dreams, but is the light of reality. Every evil ever committed was done only within a dreaming world. Every evil is a past mistake, and a past mistake can be corrected. There is no sin that cannot be answered by justice. Forgiveness is itself an illusion, but it is the only one that ends illusion. It does not claim that some illusions are real, but that all are unreal. It brings the light of truth into the dream and frees us from the fear of guilt and sin. The miracle of justice is our inheritance. It comes through forgiveness. The ego can never forgive because it only sees separation, and guilt and sin are the products of seeing separation. Yet the mind shining in the light of truth sees wholeness, being itself one and unified with the mind of God. Forgiveness is natural at this level of seeing, and so it ends all illusions from their effects. The past is simply forgiven and so creates no effects that intrude upon the future. A future freed from the past is unbound and unlimited by past beliefs and past illusions that were made in fear. Where fear has been given no reality, love simply rushes in to fill the void left empty. The meaning of sin is to miss the mark, an empty space between you and reality. Forgiveness undoes sin by recognizing that there are no empty spaces within the mind of God. Everyone is worthy of forgiveness because everyone is the host of God. Yet how do we forgive what we see as being real in the world? Its meaning is found within the word itself. We give all our fears away to the part of our mind that knows the truth. We choose to suspend all our own judgments about each other and the world. And ask instead that the truth be true, and only that the truth be true. We no longer want our illusions to be true, because it is only this that we are ever suffering. We have changed the meanings of ourselves when we entered into our bodies and believed we are now bodies. And in so doing, we have changed the meanings of everything else in the world when we accepted an illusion of ourselves in place of truth. And because God did not make the world and God did not make bodies, they are finally being revealed through light. By returning our minds to the awareness of the wholeness of reality, the world and the body will be healed by love. The world is still heavily steeped in fear because the dark illusions are starting to be seen as evil and not good. We wanted the illusions to be good, but goodness is a part of love, and love cannot be something it is not. And an illusion of love is not love. Love is a part of reality. Within a dream, its meaning is simply lost. The world is being shaken to reveal the dark fears. When they are seen for what they truly are, they will no longer be wanted or cherished. Everyone is experiencing the effects of living in a fearful dream, yet the light has come. The light has come.